What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another M2 Competition videos. And today we're gonna talk about the new wheels I've purchased for this car. But before I show you these controversial wheels, let me show you what's getting fitted to this car tomorrow morning. Let me show you. Here they are, Bilstein B16 dampers, but with a twist. They are tuned by Litchfield, of course. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to fitting these to the M2 Competition. Now, the dampers are made by Bilstein to Litchfield's specifications, right? They have some custom internal valving developed by Litchfield and so on. So, yeah, this combination right here is supposed to make the M2 Competition even more comfortable than the stock form, which should be an easy task because the suspension of this car is quite harsh. And last but not least, these dampers are also adjustable. They only have one dial for both rebound and compression. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to these being on the car finally. Now let me show you the new wheels fitted to my M2 Competition. And this intro was brought to you by Insta360. Yes, they are sponsoring yet another video of mine. So please check the links down below in the description and maybe you can get one for yourself. Now, let's talk about the wheels. Changing the wheels on this car is something I wanted to do for quite a while because, to be honest, I'm not really much of a fan of the 788M wheels. I don't know, they have too many spokes. I don't think they look large enough to fill in the arches of the car properly, and yeah, I'm just not a fan of them. Now, the old wheels on the M2 Competition were 9-inch at the front and 10 inches at the back. The ET on the front was 29 and on the back was 40. Now, these new wheels, they're half an inch bigger on the front and on the back, and the ET of the front wheels is 25 while the ones on the back have a 35 ET. What does that mean in regular human talk? Well, that means that the front wheels will sit 2 millimeters closer to the suspension strut, but they will also poke out 10 point something millimeters. The ones on the back will sit closer to the suspension strut by 1.5 millimeters or so, and they will poke out around 12. So yeah, it's quite an aggressive fitment, hence why I still have the original size tires on the car, both on the front and on the back, because I don't want any rubbing issues when I'm gonna lower the car tomorrow. But I kind of like it. I like it a lot actually, and I'm really a fan of the stretch of the tires, even though I was quite nervous at first. But this is the maximum stretch I would ever want on a car, so there you go. The reason why I went for such an aggressive setup is that I don't really want to fiddle with spacers. It's just a thing I don't like to do. I just want to have the wheel, the nuts, and that's it. Now let's jump inside so I can tell you why these wheels are so controversial. So why are these wheels so controversial and everybody I've shown them to pretty much hates them? Well, I think it all comes down to the brand they are, which is Japan Racing, which is more or less a budget alloy brand, so to speak. But every time I showed these wheels to somebody, the conversation went pretty much like this. Hey, look, I got some new wheels on my car, what do you think? And everybody went, wow, they look really well, they go well with the M2 Competition, great job, great looking wheels. And then they would ask, who made these wheels? And I would go, Japan Racing. And then You could see eyes rolling everywhere. And then the most cliche question came about. Why would you fit budget wheels on your very expensive sports car? So here it is. I'm gonna tell you why I picked these wheels for my M2 Competition, even though they're so-called budget alloys. Now, before I bought these wheels, I did a lot of research online and offline and asked actual people that bought these wheels what's their opinion on them, how do they hold up over time, and so on. And I have to tell you that most of the feedback I got was quite positive. I mean, sure, they're not perfect, they have their defects from time to time, but I'm sorry to have to tell you, but even the most expensive wheels on the market right now have their issues with paint and lacquer and so on. So yeah. So when I only heard good feedback about these wheels, I realized that if I were to buy them, I'd be able to afford the Litchfield Tune Bilstein dampers instead of the standard ones. And I said, why not? Let's try these wheels on. And to be honest, I don't regret my choice at all. So there you go, that's reason number one for purchasing these wheels, which is the fact that they're much cheaper than premium brands out there. The second reason why I bought these wheels is the fact that they're not really your standard Japan racing wheels. They are called SL01s, and SL stands for super light. And light indeed they are. Now the competition wheels, the 788M ones that I had fitted to this car, were quite heavy. One front wheel weighs around 11.2 kilograms, if I remember correctly, and one rear one weighs around 12 something. And these Japan Racing SL01 wheels weigh almost 2 kilos less per wheel. That's almost 8 kilograms shaved off the car just by changing the wheels. Yeah, I'll take that, thank you very much. And they actually feel quite light when you're turning the wheel, which is something, yeah, it makes the car much more drivable around town. And the last reason why I went for these wheels, and one of the most important reasons, is the design. I absolutely love how they look and how well they look on the M2 Competition specifically. You can now see those massive brakes better, and I don't know, they just go very well with the design of this car. And the reason why I bought them in this color and not black is because I'm gonna add a lot of carbon fiber bits on the exterior of the car, and those are pretty much the same color as the wheels, and I think they will go very well together. Now I know the design of this wheel is not exactly original. They look quite similar to the BBS CIR wheels that I initially wanted to buy, but considering the BBS are twice as expensive as these Japan Racing wheels, and they are heavier than the original M2 Competition wheels, I'm quite happy with my choice at the end of the day. Now let me know what you think about the design of these wheels in the comment section down below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you're subscribed because my review of the Litchfield Tune Bilsteins for the M2 Competition is coming to the channel very soon.